This episode is brought to you by Bumble. So, you want to find someone you're compatible with, specifically someone who's ready for a serious connection, totally open to having kids in the future, is a tall, rock-climbing Libra, and loves rom-coms with vegan pizzas on Tuesdays just as much as you do. Bumble knows that you know exactly what's right for you. So whatever it is you're looking for, Bumble's features can help you find it. Date now on Bumble.
Hi, you guys. It's Yaz. And today I want to talk about the 3 reasons why a narcissist will give you the silent treatment. Because a lot of people are confused. Why can't the narcissist, communicate? Why can't they just say what's wrong or try to resolve the conflict and everything? One of the things you have to understand with a narcissist is they love to frustrate you, okay? They love to frustrate you. And the number one reason, relating to the number one reason why a narcissist will give you the silent treatment is they like to control you, okay? They want you begging for them to communicate with you. See, the more you ask a narcissist, like, can we talk, or what's wrong, or why won't you speak to me? This gives the narcissist the control. You're begging them to communicate with you, okay? So a narcissist always needs to have complete control. And the way they do it is by making you beg and not talking to you. And the second reason why a narcissist gives you the silent treatment is to punish you, okay? It's a form of emotional abuse. If you say something to that narcissist that they don't like, they're going to run stone cold on you, especially if they're a covert narcissist, to pay you back. Narcissists do this on purpose. They know what they're doing. They're punishing you for, calling them out on something or trying to make them accountable on something. And, what better way to avoid it is to run stone cold, okay? The third way a narcissist, goes silent on you, the third reason they go silent on you is, again, avoiding accountability, okay? But from my experience in dealing with narcissists, the narcissists that I know that, went silent or gave the silent treatment, it was to punish, okay? Punish you because you either said something, you did something that they didn't like, okay? Now, you can't control when somebody goes silent on you or when they don't want to talk to you. There's nothing you can do. By begging that person, it's only going to make it worse. It's going to make you look like you're so desperate for them that they're going to do it every time. Every time that person gives you the silent treatment and you keep begging them to talk to you, they're going to keep doing it, okay? So the more you go to them trying to get them to communicate, the more it's going to reinforce that toxic behavior where they realize it's giving them satisfaction. And some of them could be so sadistic about it. They love the fact that you're suffering. They want to isolate you and make you feel alone. Covert narcissists do this all the time. They want to isolate you, make you feel alone, and break you down, okay? So again, it's a form of emotional abuse to break you down. And what will that do in the future? That'll make you think twice about bringing anything up to them that they don't like, okay? That's going to make you walk on eggshells. And this is the covert narcissist that I'm talking about, because this is one of their major tactics for breaking you down is to give you the silent treatment. So when a narcissist runs silent on you, let them stay silent. And this is why you have to have your power, your own internal strength, that you don't need them to communicate with you. You could live your life. You could be okay. You don't need them. When you don't need a narcissist, you have your power. So, you have to understand the narcissist in order to be able to deal with the narcissist. In general, you don't ever want to have to deal with a narcissist when somebody's playing these mind games on you. But in some cases, you have to deal with the narcissist. Not everybody can walk away from the narcissist. Some people are in sticky situations. It could be somebody in your family and you're not ready to, never talk to them again. Or it could be somebody, you could be in a marriage that you're stuck in and you deal with this. But the way you handle it, you guys, is you let them stay silent. Let them stay silent. You don't say 2 words to them. They will eventually break and they'll come to you and they'll pretend like nothing ever happened, okay? Because they don't want to bring up the argument or take accountability. So they may come up to you and just start making conversation about anything and try to sweep it under the rug. And they're going to do it when they realize that they're not breaking you, when they see that that silent routine is not affecting you anymore, that takes all the power out of it, okay? It kills, their weapon of warfare, the silent treatment, when they see that it's not affecting you. So you have to be okay. You go about your business, you enjoy the peace, but when that narcissist decides to come back, you don't necessarily have to talk to them right away. You talk to them according to your terms. As a matter of fact, you don't make yourself so readily accessible to them because this is your way of showing them that, you know what, you want to go silent on me? Now you come back? Guess what? Now I don't want to talk to you. Now I'm not going to deal with you because you can't just pull this nonsense every time you feel like it and then come back into my life and think that, hey, I'm here and I'm willing to talk to you and I'm ready. No. You make them wait as well. You make them wait. So they realize that you're not going to deal with this nonsense, that if they go silent on you, you're going to go permanently silent. And when they want to deal with you, you're not going to be available for them. Okay. But you have to have that internal strength, that strength that you could walk away or you could live your life, even if they're in it, and you don't have to deal with them. And not many people can do this. And a lot of people that are in the dark and confused and don't understand narcissists, they break down from this. And a lot of times empaths, are very, communicative. So they will want to talk all the time because they want peace. Empaths want peace, whereas narcissists want war. They like war because it gives them a lift and it gives them control and it gives them power. See, when a narcissist is warring with you, it makes them feel good in the sense that they're putting you down or they're making you suffer. And in that sixth sense of their mind, it's making them feel superior. It makes them feel superior to know that you're suffering. This is how sadistic a narcissist could be because they're not about peace. They're about upheaval because internally, they're very unhappy. So when you're dealing with a person who's very unhappy, they want to make you unhappy. That's why they always have that saying, hurt people hurt other people, because they have to, push that toxicity on someone else to make themselves feel better. They don't want to, resolve conflict or anything like that because they can't deal with the shame. Understand the beast that you're dealing with. You're dealing with someone with a fragile ego, okay? So there is no coming to the table with them and, resolving conflict and, them being fair and partial. A narcissist is not fair and partial. They don't want to give. They don't want to compromise. They want it their way. So they are going to test you, and they test you with the silent treatment to see how much you can take it, okay? How much you can take it. So the last thing that you want to do is go begging them or try to communicate with them, because then they know they got you. And see, this is like counterintuitive to what people always say all the time, like, oh, you should go to people and you should try to communicate. Yes, in general, you should always try to communicate with somebody. But when you're dealing with a narcissist that plays mind games, when they give you that silent treatment, in this case, no, you don't go to them and ask them to communicate with you, because in their eyes, you're looking weak, and they're going to feel like they could pull this crap every time you do something they don't like, and they're going to keep doing it. So, and I've actually dealt with this, you guys, where I've had to deal with somebody with the silent treatment, and this person was like Stonewall Jackson, all right? Like would not give in, would not break, could go months without, talking to me. And I was always, running to them and being like, can we talk? Can we talk? And even when I broke and I went to them and I said, can we talk and everything, they still were like, they were still like dismissing me and still had an attitude, and it gave them more power the more times I went to them looking for them to talk to me. So then I got to a point where I got disgusted with it, and I said, no, not today, Satan, okay? And I said to myself, I don't care if this person never talks to me again. I'm not breaking. And we went the silent treatment for 6 months till finally they realized I wasn't going to break, and they actually broke because they realized that, you know what? I can go just as cold silent on them as they can go on me. And then they realized that, you know what? This tactic is not going to work anymore. This tactic is not going to work on anymore because it's not affecting me. And, it got better, you guys. It did get better. I mean, a narcissist is still going to go silent on you, or they won't deal with you. And when you deal with a covert narcissist, one of the things you have to realize is that they can't communicate. This is one of the biggest red flags that you're dealing with a covert narcissist, is that they can't communicate. They are silent bullies. Go listen to my podcast on how covert narcissists are silent bullies. They don't deal with you directly. They deal with you in a passive-aggressive manner to make you suffer. And when you're a very transparent person, or you're a very empathic person, and you like to communicate and you want peace, they will frustrate the shit out of you by not communicating with you and trying to make you suffer. So let me recap here. The reason that a narcissist will go silent on you is to punish you, number one, is to avoid, conflict. They want to avoid any kind of conflict, okay? And they just don't want to communicate directly. They don't want to communicate directly. Pretty much they want to make you suffer, and they want to control you. It's all about control, because they feel with silence, they will break you down and make you their servant, okay? They want you to be subservient to them. And if you're somebody who can't deal with the silent treatment, a narcissist is going to run circles around you to, control you with that silence, where you're constantly begging them, please talk to me. What did I do wrong? This and that. You have to have an attitude like, you know what? If you can't communicate, good luck to you, okay? Because, the problem isn't me. The problem is you can't come to this table and resolve conflict with me. You like to play mind games. You are trying to make me suffer. And let me just say this, okay? When a narcissist goes silent on you, they are well aware of what they're doing, and they do it deliberately. They do it to hurt you, control you, and to avoid taking accountability. But pretty much it's to control you and to hurt you. Again, it's a form of emotional abuse. They want to pay you back for whatever you said or whatever you did, okay? So, they won't just come to you and be transparent and say, I'm mad at you for this and that. No, they won't do that. Covert narcissists don't do that. Covert narcissists don't tell you what's bothering them. Instead, they pay you back by silent treatment, isolating you, isolating you from other people, ganging other people against you, destroying your reputation, and to make you feel like the outsiders. And they do this especially to the scapegoat, okay? You have your covert narcissistic siblings or covert narcissistic family members that are competitive with you. And what they do is they give you the silent treatment, they gossip behind your back, and they try to torture you because they're jealous of you, or, you're a threat to them because you speak the truth and they don't want to be exposed. So they got to break you down, and they use the emotional card to say that you're crazy so that everybody, doesn't respect you or doesn't listen to what you have to say. So they always love to use the mental card to make you crazy. So anything you say, nobody will take it seriously because you are a fucking threat to that covert narcissist. Covert narcissists are threatened by you because covert narcissists are little cowards, or shall I say they're big cowards that use the silent treatment as a form of emotional abuse to, torture you. They also want to always hide. A covert narcissist always wants to hide. They never want to show their hand or have anybody be able to point fingers at them, okay? They never want anybody to be able to point a finger at them and say they're the bad guy because they have such low self-esteem and such fragile egos. They always want to be, referred to as, the angel, the golden child, the good guy. They went out of their way for you, and there's something mentally wrong with you, okay? So understand this. When they get mad, they're just going to run silent on you and play the dumb routine. They love the dumb routine as well. Because when you ever, get back and you're talking to them and you say something to them about the silent treatment, sometimes they'll even deny it and they'll say, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I just was busy with work. Not everything's about you. When in fact, they know exactly what they're doing. They do it deliberately. They know that they're not communicating. They know that they, are not trying to work it out with you. They want to have this uppity attitude that they are better than you, that they don't have to work it out with you. They're not going to lower themselves to work it out with you because they want to feel that they are better than you. They don't lower themselves to talk to you because they are better than you. And this is what you get when you deal with a lot of snobby people. They don't communicate. They give you the silent treatment because of their insecurity, because they're afraid to communicate. They give you that snobby air like they're better than you. They don't have to communicate with you. You are lower than them. So they give you the silent treatment, or they go no contact because they feel they're better than you. Okay? Understand this. I'm getting into it today, you guys. Understand this. This is because they are extremely insecure and just want to, make you feel like you're less than. So they give you the silent treatment. They ignore you. They dismiss you. They don't validate you. They don't acknowledge when you say something because it's all to have that attitude like, I am better than you. I don't have to resolve conflict with you. You want me? You got to come and beg me. And guess what? We're not fucking begging anybody. We're not fucking begging anybody because the covert narcissist is toxic. So take your toxic ass over there because we're not going to beg you. We're going to live our life without you. We don't need you. If you can't sit and communicate and you think that you're hurting me with your silent treatment, you're not hurting me with your silent treatment. You're just reinforcing to me that you're a toxic person that can't communicate and that has issues yourself. You have the issues because you can't communicate and be transparent. And you're not a person of God. You're not a person of the truth. You're a person of secret, confusion, and lies. And that is not somebody that I would want in my life. So when you deal with people that give you the silent treatment, you let them go silent and you go live your life, and don't deal with these people and don't beg these people, okay? Because they're not worth it and they're not somebody that can communicate. This is a huge red flag too, by the way, you guys, that you're dealing with a covert narcissist, because this is their classic, weapon, silence. Silence is the tool of the covert narcissist. So when they go silent, guess what? You leave them in their little silent world to live their little life, and you go live your life and realize that, hey, I'm dealing with a toxic person. I'm not begging them. They want to deal with me. It's going to be on my terms. And if they keep going silent, I'm not going to deal with them. All right. And you could even say that to them when they do come back. If you do want to, even deal with them, you could say to them, listen, you go silent on me again, or you're not able to communicate, you and I will never deal again. Because, we have to be able to sit here and communicate and work out things. And if you can't work it out and you can't, own your shit or take accountability, then we can't be in a fair and loving relationship, okay? This is not, a dictatorship where you think you can just turn it off and turn it on, all right? You don't ever want to deal with somebody who always gives you the silent treatment. That's a horrible way to live. And that's why you feel alone when you're with a covert narcissist, because they go silent on you. And they also, they don't give you affection as well as a form of punishment. So they punish you with silent treatment. They punish you by withholding affection. They punish you by invalidating you and dismissing you. They punish you by calling you crazy and using the mental card and trying to destroy your reputation. They are just horrible, horrible people. Don't deal with them. And understand this, the problem isn't you. The problem is that they are fucked up in the head and can't communicate because of their fragile ego, and they can't own when they're wrong. This is what it comes down to. They can't own, they can't take accountability when they're wrong, so they go silent to make you feel like you're the problem, and you come back and you try to apologize to them. Don't do it. Don't give in to the dictator, all right? Don't give in to the dictator. That's what they want, all right? And remember, when they go silent, they're doing it deliberately, all right? They're not in a little fog. They know what they're doing, all right? So, you guys, if next time somebody does that, you go and you live your life and you enjoy the silence, okay? You don't need them because you're internally sound and you could take care of yourself. And, you just let them be and just realize what they are and just say, you know what? I'm not going to deal with this person. Okay? So I hope that helps you understand the silent treatment. If it does, hit the subscribe button, share the podcast, and have a great day, you guys. If you guys are having a problem in your dating or relationship, or you're dealing with somebody maybe that's narcissistic, you don't know if they're a narcissist, or you're just having problems, you're in a toxic relationship, and you need some clarity on it, go to the link in the podcast description for my website where I offer email and phone coaching. If you have a quick question, just a quick question, and you want to get a video sent back to you answering your question, there's also a link there for Vizio where I will send you a personalized video answering your question. Hi, you guys, it's Yaz, and I want to tell you about my 2 books on Amazon. The first book is Regain Your Power. It's all about power and relationship. Who has the power in the relationship? And it goes into all of that, okay? The other book is Signs He's Not Into You, He's Wasting Your Time, okay? Check it out. It gives you a lot of good clues as to whether you're with somebody who's a real one or somebody who's just going to waste your time. You could read them both with Kindle's free trial membership. So check it out. Link is in the podcast description. Hi, you guys. I just want to let you know that the Game Exposed now has their merchandise available. Check out the link in the bio And you could go check it out. There's cool hoodies, cool sweatpants, cool hats. So go to the bio for the link. And also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook at The Game EXP123 and also on Instagram, The Game EXP123. Okay? And have a great day.